If you don't get caught by the IELTS examiner, then I don't think so this is going to be considered cheating. The cheating method that I'm going to teach you in this video is going to change your life forever, and after this you will never face any sort of difficulty in your IELTS speaking. You will be able to easily generate ideas because this cheating method is going to work very well and no one will have any idea that you are cheating. But before I tell you or elaborate this method to all of you, there are two very important things that I want you to understand. So give me some time, and after that I'm going to teach you that cheating method. So make sure you watch the whole video because this is going to change your life forever and you will never face any sort of difficulty in your IELTS speaking, I promise you that. You don't only get classes from me, you get the hope and the skills to get the desired band scoring. Your IELTS dreams come true with me. In this cheating method, I'm going to tell you just one idea that is going to be applicable for all the cue cards. It doesn't matter the number of cue cards you are going to prepare, but this idea is going to be applicable to all of them. So doesn't that sound really amazing? That you will have to generate just one idea, you will just have to think about one thing only, one particular field, and you'll be able to apply all those methods in just one idea in all of your cue cards. So it's like literally you are cheating in the real exam and you will never have to face any sort of difficulties like that. So before I tell you that, make sure that you select one particular field in which you are highly interested. It could be anything. I would suggest you to go with your profession. Let's say that not only profession, maybe you did your graduation in the field of medical science or maybe engineering or maybe arts. So you can select these fields too, but if you are interested in other things, for example, maybe video games or stuff like that, you can also select one of those things. So it really depends on your interest section, that in which area you are highly interested in. So make sure you select just one area. So I'm going to take two examples. Let's say I'm going to give it sports, and the second thing I'm going to give example is related to medical field, and you can also select your own field after that. So once you watch the whole video, you will understand the whole concept. So what I'm going to do is that these are first 5 cue cards from Jan to April 2021 cue cards, and I will use first 5 cue cards, and I will show you that first I will take the example of sports only, and I will show you that how all these cue cards can be prepared on sports only. You won't have to think about anything else, you just have to think about one field and all these ideas will be applicable to that. So let's start. I will show you that after that you won't face any sort of issues in your IELTS speaking, I assure you that. As you can see that these are first 5 cue cards from your PDF, and I'm going to use just one idea. So the common thing that we are going to use is sports. So I will stick to sports and I will make all these cue cards based on sports. So you can see that the first day at school I will be using sports. Describe an aquatic animal. Even in aquatic animal I will be using sports. So you will be amazed to know that how this is possible, that just one idea can help you generate ideas for all the cue cards. One idea for 70 cue cards. Describe a bag you want to own. Even in this I will use that. Describe your favorite singer. Even in this I will use it. Talk about a promise. Even in this I will use sports. So let's start. So the first cue card is your first day at school. Actually, I have vivid memories about my school, especially about the very first day, and the main thing is because of my interest in sports. I vividly remember that when I entered in the school for the first time, I had been told multiple times that I would have the opportunity to do multiple sports activities. And when I entered in the school for the very first time, I was just taking a look at all the students who were playing. There were multiple students who were performing different type of sports activities. And the main reason I really wanted to go to school was because I wanted to play with different students. Usually students cry, they don't want to go to school, but I was highly interested because of my interest in sports. I saw some students were playing cricket, some students were playing football, and some of them were playing other type of sports activities. So that was the very first thing that I noticed. Because of my interest in sports, I was highly interested in that, and because of that reason, I vividly remember the very first day when I entered in my schools. As you can see that I'm just using sports for the very first day at school. So now moving to second section. Describe an aquatic animal. Even this I'm going to use sports. You will be amazed to know that. I'm highly interested in water sports activities and different type of aquatic animals. And the main reason is that I'm highly interested in swimming, and I really want to know that how these aquatic animals move in water, because I really want to enhance my skills in sports activities, especially in water sports activities related to swimming. The aquatic animal that I'm highly interested in is dolphins. I really love the way how they are able to swim. I really want to incorporate their skills, the way they are able to move, and I just want to improve my swimming skills. One day I was just watching a documentary based on dolphins in which it was explained that how their biological features and their body structure is built in such a way that they are able to move and jump out of water. That was really fascinating for me because I always try to improve my sports skills. I really want to improve my physical strength so that I can move better in water. So there was a time when I became highly interested in these type of animals, especially dolphins, especially because of their way of swimming. So see, this is even possible. You will be amazed that I'm just using one idea and you will be able to implement all these ideas in your real exam. So describe a bag you want to own. So now you will again see that I'm using sports activities and I'm going to talk about a bag. Isn't that amazing? There are a number of bags that I have, and the main reason that I like to have them is that they look very well. I just like to feel a bit stylish whenever I have my bag. I just feel like that. And the other thing is that I like to have my essentials with me. There is a bag that I'm highly interested in. For about 2 days ago, I was watching a documentary that was related to sports. Actually, I'm highly interested in sports activities, in which there was a rivalry between two of the most renowned brands of the world, Nike and Adidas. And they were showing multiple things that how they were competing against each other. And because of my interest in sports activities, I really love to know about these brands because these brands are highly associated with sports. And there was an athlete actually who was displaying a bag that was made by this brand known as Nike. It was a beautiful bag. And the first thing is that I'm highly interested in sports, and the second thing is that I'm also interested in bags. So it was like a perfect combination for me. It was a sports bag, but it was designed in such a way that it was looking really attractive to me. It was of blue color. In between there was a logo. There was a beautiful logo of Nike. It really was amazing to me, and I immediately became interested in that. I went to the sports site. There is a website on the internet that is related to sports only, and whenever I have to buy anything, I just go to that website to buy the things that I like to have related to my sports activities. And there was an exact bag. So I thought it was the same bag, but no, it was not the same bag. Then I searched a bit about the athlete, and I came to know that what exactly the name of the bag was, and I was able to search it on the official website of Nike. So because of my interest in sports activities, I really like to do multiple type of activities. So because of that reason, there are so many things that I like to have in my bag. So I think that I would love to buy this bag, and I would be able to carry all my sports equipment or stuff like that in that bag. Describe your favorite singer. There are a lot of singers that I adore because of multiple reasons, but the singer that I love the most is, you can name anyone. And the main reason that I love this person is because I'm able to relate all his songs with my life. So sometimes I feel like that he's just singing my life. And there's another reason that really makes me fall in love with this person. Actually, about 3 days ago, there was a tribute video to one of my favorite athletes. Actually, the main thing is that I'm highly interested in sports, and there are some sports athletes that I really love. These sportsmen have always inspired me to do something great. And there was someone there, I don't actually remember the name of the YouTuber. He uploaded a video. Actually, it was a tribute video on Singh, who is my favorite athlete when it comes to cricket. Cricket is one of my favorite sports activities. In this video, he was showing tribute because he had retired from the team and he was not playing. But the thing that really touched my heart was that this singer made a beautiful song on that person. First thing, that sportsman is my favorite person, and the second thing is the singer is my favorite. And when he was showing different type of activities, he was showing respect to that sportsman. He was using the lyrics that were made in such a way that it was enhancing everything. It was enhancing, and I was just having goosebumps. So that is also one of the main reasons why I love this, because of the diversity of the singer. He always brings and tries to provide a different type of songs and songs of different genres. So that's the reason why I love this. So because of my sports, because of my love in sports, and the second thing is because of this person, I really loved that tribute video. There are a lot of promises that we make to our loved ones, our family members, and our known ones. And similarly here I'm going to talk about a promise that I made to one of my friends, one of my best friends actually. It was about 3 months ago when I told my friend that this time I would take him to IPL. Actually, usually I'm really busy, but that time I promised him that I would take him to IPL. IPL is actually one of the most popular sports events in India, So it is related to actually cricket. Usually what happens is that let's say we are playing from the Indian team, then all the players are from India. But what happens in this case is that there is a diversity of players that participate in one team. For example, some of the players could be from Australia, some could be from Pakistan, some from India. So this becomes really interesting because they are playing with each other. I think it also brings sportsmen, they are able to connect with each other, and it also brings better relationships among them. So this is the activity, this is the sports event which is highly popular in India. So I promised him that within 2 months I would go with him, because he had been asking me to go that place, and he had always wanted to watch this event live. And finally I made the promise to him that this time we would go, and I made the promise, and I fulfilled the promise too. So now we are going to talk based on doctors, based on medical field, and you will see that how all these ideas are applicable to medical field too. You can just talk about medical field in every single type of your first day at school. Because of my interest in medical field since my childhood, I vividly remember the very first day at my school. Actually, I had one thing in my mind when I entered in the school for the very first time. Even at that time I wanted to become a doctor. Even at that time I had interest in medical fields. When I entered in the school, the very first thing that I wanted to see was the medical lab, and I wanted to see doctors, because as a child we do not have any idea. Children do not have any idea about the outer world. They just make up things whatever they have in their mind. And just like them, when I was a child, when I entered in the school for the first time, the only thing that I had in my mind was that doctors graduate from schools. So I was just a child, so I was thinking like that. I was desperately willing to see doctors working. I was desperately willing to see the different type of medical equipment used, and even I requested my parents that I wanted to watch these laboratories. So that was the time when, because of that reason, I really remember the very first day at school. Describe an aquatic animal. I'm highly interested in aquatic animals, and I think the main reason why I'm interested in them is because of my interest in medical science. About 3 days ago, I was watching a series that was related to aquatic animals, in which there were multiple doctors who were doing different type of experimentations. So they were not torturing the animal, they were not doing anything inappropriate, they were just testing the system. So I actually watch a lot of web series that are related to aquatic animals, in which doctors display their skills and they tell us different type of things. And in the series they were testing dolphins. They were testing how they are able to swim faster, how they are able to jump out of water, and doctors were displaying so many things. And the first thing was that was the very first time when I fell in love with dolphins, their biology, their structure, the system they are able to use. And the second thing, as it was related to medical fields, because of that reason I was able to just stick to that video for a very long period of time. Describe a bag you want to own. There are a lot of bags that I like to have, and the main thing is that I like to have my essential items with me, especially whenever I go outside. And for about 3 days ago, I was watching a web series that was related to medical fields. Actually, it was a series on Netflix. The main reason is that I'm highly interested in medical science. I really want to see and experience the type of environment they live in, because they do a lot of things for us. And the medical series was highly relatable to doctors. It was highly interested for me to see all those doctors working because of my interest in medical science. And I think they were displaying a bag, a special bag that caught my attention. I think the main reason they were displaying that bag specifically, they were showing all the qualities, and the main reason is that I think this episode was sponsored by this Gucci brand, and because of that reason they were showing. It was a beautiful bag. It was a white bag with some golden stitching, and also the logo was in golden color. And I just decided to search about it, because at the end of the episode they displayed the name of the bag, because of the sponsorship reasons. So that's the reason when I was watching this medical science related series, I became interested in this bag. There are a lot of singers that I love and adore, but the singer that I'm going to talk about his name is this, and he is my favorite singer. There are multiple reasons behind that, and the main reason is that whenever I listen to his songs, it feels like that he's singing my life. I'm able to relate all his ideas and lyrics with me. And also there is one of the main reasons, and that I really love this person, because he recently made a song that was related to medical science, that was actually a tribute songs to doctors. Doctors are doing a lot in this period, and I'm also highly interested in medical science and medical fields. I really love to watch videos related to medical fields and doctors, what they are doing and how they are helping Even the situation, in this situation, the situation of pandemic, they are doing 24/7 work, which is, we cannot appreciate them enough. And he made a song about them in which he was giving a tribute to all these doctors, that how they are able to help us in this serious situation. The whole world is struggling, but these doctors are helping us. It was a very emotional video. All the lyrics and the music he used, it was just remarkable. And I fell in love with this person more because he made a video on my favorite field, that is on medical science, in which he respected all the time. Usually we make a lot of promises to our loved ones, to our family members and our known ones, and similarly I'm going to talk about a promise that I made to one of my best friends. Actually, my friend is working in medical field. He has been working in this field for the past 5 years. So because of that reason, if I come across any sort of issues related to my health, and if my family members fall ill, so he is the one who is always there with me to support me. And about 3 months ago, I felt really ill. I was seriously ill, and he was the one who was taking care of me. And at that time, I promised him that this time we would go to watch IPL live. Actually, he had been asking me for a very long period of time to watch this event that is known as IPL. This is one of the sports, one of the most popular sports events in India. IPL is one of the most popular sports events in India, and he is highly interested in sports activities just like me, and he wanted to see it live. So at that time we were willing to do that, and after 2 months I was perfectly fine. I had no issues with my health. So at that time I told him that this time we would go, and we decided to watch IPL live for the very first time. So that's how I completed my. Hopefully you students are able to understand that how simple this thing is, that how this simple trick is going to help you a lot. So based on your interest section, you can generate as many ideas as you are willing to, and after that you would never face any sort of difficulty. Even going to tell you that based on your interest section, based on these first 5 cue cards, you are going to generate ideas, and you people are going to comment that below. This way you will be able to generate ideas and share with each other. So hopefully after this, now you understand the concept. Take some time. So it's not like that you are going to think that in one day you're going to do that. Take some time. You can just add 5 to 6 lines, or maybe 7 to 8 lines from your own ideas, from your own interest section, and after that you will never have to face any sort of difficulty. So imagine if you are using 7 to 8 lines in every single cue card based on your interest, how simple this thing will be. Hopefully this video was helpful to all of you. I'm always available for you. In the next video I will explain that why I had been absent for like 2 months, why I did not make any video. I will explain the main reasons why I was not making any sort of video. So thank you everyone. So take care. Make sure you take care of your family members and also of yourself.